Hi you guys, good morning. It's an early start to my morning today, currently at 4:59 a.m. A lot earlier than I would typically get up for a work day. Today's a work day, it's a weekday. But this morning I actually have a Pilates class to get ready for in the morning since it was kind of hard to get into other evening classes this week. And also last night when I checked, they changed the instructor for this class to be one of my favorite instructors. So I'm like, I have to go. I gotta go. We're going to Pilates this morning. I would typically wake up a little bit earlier for Pilates, but I ended up waking up and falling back to sleep. That's my bad. Go ahead and quickly brush my teeth. Teeth are brushed, and then in the morning before Pilates, I still want to wash my face. So I just go with my skin cleanser and then just a daily moisturizing lotion of any sort, typically one from CeraVe. And then some quick little lotion. I want to be out of the door in 10 minutes, so gotta rush it. I'm gonna put on a quick lip balm since I like to be moisturized, especially in this winter cold. It's literally like 30 degrees out right now. It's so cold. I'm gonna bear the cold and go have a good workout since last night I munched on Chili's. Yesterday it was my brother's birthday. He turned 14. My little baby brother, and so to celebrate we went to Chili's with him and some of his friends, and it was a nice little yummy dinner. But I'm not used to like outside food during the weekdays. If we have dinner out and about, it's typically on a Friday, Saturday, or maybe even a Sunday, but of course for birthday we gotta make an exception. Anyways, it's time to change. Today I'm feeling the pinky girly vibes, especially after wearing this cutie little pajama set last night. I saw Claudia Walsh wearing this in like a recent TikTok and it looked so cute. It's just like a little berry print and it's from Hollister and it just reminds me of like the Jerf Avenue print without being Jerf Avenue. And I don't know, I'm just obsessed with these, but that vibe translated into my outfit for the day or for my Pilates class. I'm just gonna wear this little sports bra here from Gymshark, these leggings from Fabletics, and then I'm gonna throw on a crew neck that has little pinky vibes on the front. And then Pilates socks this morning are from Amazon. Hair's also gotta go up. So just gonna throw her up in a ponytail. Today we're rocking the natural hair. I feel like I have been low-key for the last few weeks. I'm not really doing too much during the week. I'll just have my natural hair. Hair's up. Finishing touches, deodorant, curling the lashes, baby earring. Watch is coming on. Perfume, wallet body mist. 2 minutes before I want to head out the door, puffer's coming on. This is my sister's actually, but I used it last night, which is Chili's, because I had no other like jackets that went with my outfit at all. And honestly, it's so cute. Let's go ahead and head out the door now. I'll probably chat with you all after my Pilates class. I'm about to start work. I'm typically rushing between work and Pilates, but I'm excited to go. It's now 6:25. Just got out of my Pilates class for the morning. Went super well. Definitely kicked my butt. Like I said, I love this instructor. I feel like she just gives such a great workout while also being so Pilates core. And this is the same flow that we've been doing all month. I feel like I've progressively gotten better. Like today I did so much better than I did Monday night. So really happy about the fact that I actually came, put in the work, and didn't let a Pilates class credit go to waste because that's expensive. But it's now time to head home. I have about half an hour before I have to clock in for work, so I'm gonna quickly get home, take a body shower, and then go to my room so we can start the work day. Probably will start chatting to you guys when I'm clocking in, because when I get home it's just like go. It's been a good morning so far, so let's keep these good vibes going.
So just watch it right.
We're ready for work this morning. Didn't put on makeup or anything, even though today is a meeting heavy day, just because I didn't really have time to, and I just want to let my face breathe today. But let me show you guys my little outfit. Just this little top from Hollister. She's like a heather gray color, a black zip up from Hollister, my black flared leggings from Pink, and that's pretty much the look. I put my hair back up in a ponytail, but actually just like slicked it back so it looks not super messy from Pilates this morning. We're all clocked in and ready to go this morning. Gonna start off the morning just by doing all of my morning tasks, just some story screenshots, and then going into our content database to clear out a bunch of content that it automatically pulls in from new creators. So I'm gonna do that before heading into my meeting at 8 a.m. Like I said, today is a very, very heavy meeting day, but I'm super excited about it. I love when it's days like these. My first meeting is just a monthly content takeaway meeting with the Prime gals, just to go over everything that we saw over the month and see if there's any like trends or things we want to maybe start doing. And then I have my weekly influencer team touch base with those girls at 10 a.m. Super excited to meet with them. And then I have my one-on-one meeting with my manager at noon. So a few different meetings on the calendar, but excited to get social today. After my 8 a.m. or even before, if I have time, I definitely want to keep working on my tasks that I was finishing up yesterday, just pushing out a bunch of TikTok messages. We're pushing a lot of product out to our TikTok community this month, so want to get my section wrapped up. But that's basically what's on the agenda for this morning. I'm gonna go ahead and put my head down and get to work so that we can get through all of this in a timely manner. And I'll probably chat with you all closer to my lunch. I have a very exciting breakfast that I'm gonna have this morning. Lunchtime. Typically I would take my lunch after my 10 a.m. meeting on Wednesdays, but because I've been up for like 4.5 hours now because of Pilates, I'm hungry, so girls gotta eat. So I took my lunch early. It's really 9:30 and I'm about to make some protein pancakes. This is the mix that I bought from Trader Joe's. I'm so excited to try this out. I never make pancakes or like waffles or anything of that sort when I'm working, just because I feel like it's time consuming, but this is just an add water recipe, so it seems fairly easy. I'm just gonna make maybe like 4 pancakes. It says that 2 pancakes is 10 grams of protein. That's 4-inch pancakes. So it's like tiny pancakes, I think. No? Sniff test. It doesn't really smell like anything. But work has been super, super good today. I feel like it's been super productive. My 8 a.m. meeting also went super well. I got to meet with the Prime girlies. And it was really good just to like hear their insights about everything, like the processes they do opposed to like how we do it at alllll. And then I did get the TikTok little project done that I was doing. And I started the other task that I'm gonna do today, which is just going through content and everything. Batters all mixed up pretty much. That was super, super easy. I've got my pan, I've got my butter. Super random, but I guess just speaking of butter with pancakes, obviously I think most of the time they do at like restaurants or even when we're at home, we use like butter as we're prepping them. But obviously a lot of people do put also butter on the pancake afterwards. Growing up, I never really did that. Anytime like we were at a restaurant, I would never have butter on it after the fact. It would be like a huge dollop of butter on the top and I would just like scoop it off. Buttered up my pan. Oh, I remember last time I was making breakfast, I was talking to you guys about the last book that I was reading, People We Meet on Vacation. I finished her up a few days ago. Super, super cute. It was such a sweet little story. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars just because I feel like, well, I did really, really, really like it. It didn't leave me on the edge of my seat, and I feel like 5 stars for me are ones that like I want to keep turning the page. I want to stay awake until like 2 a.m. reading. And this one didn't give me that until like the very, very end. But I am so excited for the movie. It's just going to be played out so cutely, and I've even seen just like the behind the scenes photos on TikTok of them filming, and they already bring it so much to life. But since then I have started a new book. I'm hooked and I feel like it's a really quick read. I'm currently reading The Housemaid, which is another book that's being turned into a film soon. It's good. I will say I've heard so many amazing things about Frida McFadden and I am super excited to read more of her books. But I will say sometimes I'm just like, what? While I'm reading it, I don't know. I just think sometimes the characters confuse you. Maybe like that's kind of the point of the story. And I think there's so much lore to the characters that I still haven't learned. Like the actual housemaid, Millie's like lore. I don't know why she went to jail. Nina, like the wife of the home, I don't know why she's a little bit cuckoo. And the husband, like I don't know his lore, like why she doesn't like him. Like there's just so much to it that I think I'm still learning in the books. Maybe once I learn that, it'll make more sense with like the characters. But sometimes the characters can be unlikable and their decisions can be unlikable. I don't know right now if like I'm super in love with it, but I'm excited to keep reading and I'm really hoping it just continues progressing and getting better. But myself, I'm a romance reader and every now and then dabble in a little mystery thriller if I want like a little bit of a thrill. I will say though, as soon as I feel like I'm watching a scary movie when I'm reading a mystery thriller, so it gets a little scary, especially if reading at night. Anywho, my pancakes are pretty much almost done, but let's prep my blues that I'm gonna put on there. Blueberries are washed for my pancakes, and then I also went ahead and grabbed a glass cup with some ice so I can pour my protein coffee. I think because right now I'm like not having any meat or any like side to my pancakes, definitely want to add my protein with some coffee. So we're gonna add that in here. Kind of plate these babies up. Then we're gonna add some lubes on top of the pancake, around. It's gonna be so good. I'm just gonna top this all with some blue agave. I prefer this to syrup. I don't know, I just think it's maybe a little better for you. I don't really know. But it tastes delicious, so here we go. Bon appetit. Okay, we're gonna eat and then we're gonna head into our meeting.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. Little midday check-in. I had all of my meetings of the day. All the meetings went super well. Sometimes my Wi-Fi gets a little funky, especially when other people are home. Today I wasn't expecting my little brother to be home, but he had a rough night sleeping, so he's home today. And sometimes when someone's home and multiple people are on the Wi-Fi, my calls will just glitch and they'll freeze, and I just don't know. I don't know, especially because my room is like separate from the house. The Wi-Fi like sometimes it's hard to reach over here, but thankfully all my Wi-Fi was like good today. I didn't really have any glitches besides my touch base meeting, but even then it was just like a few here and there. That's besides the point. Went really well. I learned so much today, even if it was like little things to take into my future processes. I finished up like my two main tasks of the day. Like I said in the morning, I finished up the TikTok task that I was doing, and I also was able to finish up my sweeping task that I was doing, just going through a bunch of content. So that's easier on Friday when I have to go through what I look at weekly, who I look at monthly, and then some other people that I look at. So really happy that I was able to get that done so that a little bit is off my shoulders this Friday, since especially it's the last day of the month on Friday. So there's just a lot to do when it's the end of the month. Now I'm kind of just doing another little task here, just pulling a bunch of TikTok links for next month when we want to send messages to new creators. This will just really give us a great head start next month, just have a whole mess of messages to send out. Sorry, my dog. So I'm gonna do that for the rest of the day. I'm also gonna take some of the last part of the day to craft up some messaging to help out my manager with that. I'm gonna go ahead and just keep on scrolling throughout the rest of the day, see if anything comes up. That's the vibes for the rest of the day. Overall, been a really good work day. I feel like I've got so much done. I love when I have multiple tasks on my to-do list because then I just feel productive during the whole day. We'll see each other after work. You guys, I'm all done with work. It's currently 3:40, and overall, like I was kind of saying during my midday check-in, I feel like it was a pretty good work day. I feel like I got so many different things done, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow I actually have a full team meeting with the alllll and Prime gals, I'm pretty sure, so I'm really excited to see like everyone's faces and just chat then. Overall, very good. But I also threw on a sweater just because it's starting to get a little chilly again, and I'm about to head out very soon to actually go to my grandparents' place to go water their plants since they've been out for a little while in Mexico. I think they come back soon. We've just been doing like the upkeep around there. But actually that kind of relates to what I wanted to like sit down and talk about a little bit, just because I feel like this has been very heavy on my heart, especially the last few days. I will say maybe like the last 2 weeks, it has been obviously something that's been like prevalent in the media, in real life, in this country. And so I feel like it wouldn't be right without me at least like touching on it, because it is so important to me. Even if it doesn't directly affect me, it does affect like my people. And even regardless if it didn't affect my people, Latinos, then I would still feel empathy and wanna speak out about it. I feel like I've been vocal about it on my TikTok in terms of reposting sources or resources for people to stay diligent and stay safe out there during dark times like these. I feel like ever since the inauguration and everything, it's just been kind of scary out there, at least for some groups of people. The deportations that are happening all over the country, it has started affecting California, which is where I live, as well as like the general area that I'm living in, like my hometown. So it hit very close to home for me when it started occurring really close to me, because obviously when things are kind of happening in the country but not directly in your area, it's still something that I feel scared about, but it's not as intense as when it's like in front of you. You know what I mean? I am very, very fortunate that my family, my immediate family, are documented and are legal in this country in the terms that the government wants to put it. But that doesn't mean that everyone else is. And I think it's very scary and it makes me very sad to see so many good, hardworking people be taken just because of who is currently running our country. It's just very, very sad. And especially just like growing up with pretty much immigrant parents for the most part. My mom is actually an immigrant. She came to the United States when she was 13 years old after her mom passed away from cancer. She did meet my dad, and my dad was born in the US, even though he was born here and then lived a lot of his childhood over in Mexico. Thankfully, my dad was able to get my mom papers and then also in turn able to get papers for his parents and then also his sister who was born in Mexico. And so I think just as someone who does have like history of family who could have been affected by this, it's really scary. And I think too, like, oh my God, I don't want to get emotional. My parents hopefully shouldn't be affected by this. My mom was an immigrant and like they have done so much for me, and like even like just not my parents, my grandparents, them having my dad here, that ultimately led to me being here and me being able to have the opportunities that I have, and I'm so grateful for them and like the opportunities I have been given here. But I'm so sad that other people don't get the opportunity because of these deportations, these rapes. It just is so frustrating. I'm just so sad for all the people out there who are being affected by this directly, and I really wish it wasn't like this. And it's hard because like obviously this is also only like the first week or two of our president being our president. Obviously too, it's like scary to like know what could be coming in the future. Regardless of like politics being a taboo subject, I think this is more than politics. This is more just like morals and values, and personally mine don't align with the current president. It just hurts to see like my people be going through something like this. It also just makes me so disappointed in the people in my family also, and in general, that I kind of push something like this happening. It's something that I will never be able to wrap my head around. It makes me so sad. I didn't even get so emotional, but I think just because like this hit so close to home, and because like my parents could have been in the same position if like their lives didn't line up the way they did. Hoping for more grace in this world, in this country, and like eventually, regardless, I just feel like things like this are still going to be kind of happening just given the current political climate. In that case, I am going to go ahead and leave resources down below for you guys to maybe educate yourselves more on this, learn more, or maybe if you are in that situation to like know your rights, because that's very, very important these days. The fact that we have to be extra diligent for like even my dad to be like carry a photo of his passport to like verify. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm sorry, that's crazy. But yeah, like I said, leaving all of that down below. I just want to talk about that because I feel like if I didn't talk about it, it would just rub me the wrong way. And I feel like it's very important to speak about things that are happening in the world when it's things like this. Anywho, I'm gonna go downstairs now, go say hi to my mom because she got back from work a little bit ago too. So gonna catch up with her, and then I'll also probably head out to my grandparents' little place very, very soon.
You're my co-audition.
Seeing me in a very vulnerable position right now. I never thought I would film at night with my bonnet on. 2025. the year to get real. Back up in my room now. I got ready for bed and I'm ready to hit the hay. Your girl is so tired. I didn't have any chance today to take a nap, so I'm running on my 5 hours of sleep from the night before. But I wanted to say goodnight and wrap up this video here just before I doze off to sleep. I went to my grandparents' house and my brother and I watered their plants. Then I came back home and impromptu made dinner. My mom requested tortellini soup and I had made that previously with my boyfriend when we went up to his apartment in Sacramento. And so I made that for my mom and my brother. It was really, really good. It was super creamy. I'm a big tortellini girl, so it was delicious. The only thing, it was a tiny bit salty though because I didn't have chicken broth. We just used like water and then chicken bouillon. So that could have been better, but we're gonna dilute it a little bit when we reheat it up. But yeah, we did that and then just sat down and watched a movie. We watched The Truman Show. I watched the movie before. I think I watched it back in middle school. I remember being like so just like bamboozled by the movie and being like, wow, like it was just such a plot twist. I feel like even in those moments when like it foreshadowed that it was all just a show, I didn't realize until like towards the end. So super cool to watch that again. I feel like I just got like a whole new perspective on the movie and everything. And my brother had never seen it before, so it was really cool to show him that one for the first time. It's just a really cool take on the media and how the media just consumes people's lives in terms of both maybe people that are like on television or people on reality TV and also the lives of those that are watching the television show. So I don't know, it was just really cool to watch again, especially now, like obviously being in the 21st century. Still so many elements that are very similar to today. But yeah, nice little bonding moment. And now I'm back up in my room. The night's basically ending here. I'm just gonna keep on reading The Housemaid. I'm at 61% on chapter 40. So we're chugging along. We're doing really well and I'm excited to just like keep reading all the stories. But that being said, I'm gonna wrap up this video right here. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please do give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below. Also make sure to check out the resources that I've linked. I can't wait to see you all in my next video. Bye you guys.